When did you first learn that Nicole Bass was trying to sue the company?
Ooh, I can't ever remember. I don't even recall really when I first learned about it. All I know is I was pissed off that I had to take time away from my day off that I had already planned two workouts, a morning workout and a night workout. You know, you're dedicated, right? And I can't wait to get home to do these two workouts. Hey, Nicole Bass is suing the company. We need you to come into New York and testify. And I'm like, well, there goes that workout and the nighttime workout. So I found out about it over a phone call. It was just out of the blue. And I just remember being angry that my whole day that I had planned out, because you don't get a lot of days off. And so you try to structure your days where you can be as most productive, get the things you need done as quickly as possible. And that whole day was screwed up. And the whole time I flew to New York and sat in that courtroom, that's all I kept thinking about was, can't believe I'm here. Why do I got to be here? I'm just trying to perform. Why am I involved in this lawsuit? What do I got to do with it? Well, I was one of the guys responsible for helping Nicole Bass at least develop some kind of skill inside the ring that the company could use. And so, yeah, that's why they brought me in, was because I worked with her quite a bit, you know.
Was it partly because also, in my mind, I think one of Nicole Bass's complaints was that she was hit over the head by a guitar that wasn't gimmicked. But of course it was, because it splintered into 1,000 pieces. So was it you who hit with the guitar, or was it Jeff? I can't remember.
It wasn't, no, it was Jeff that hit her over the head with the guitar. I don't recall doing it. I think it was Jeff. I think, because from what I can remember, I think, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was Jeff that hit her with the guitar. Maybe I did it. I just don't recall doing it. I remember the image of the guitar, you know, over her head and her head sticking out, but I don't remember. Was that me that did it, or was that Jeff? I can't recall. I don't recall. But those guitars, I mean, I was hit over the head with the guitar several times. I mean, it's not comfortable, but they break easy. And, you know, he comes down with it, you know, pretty swiftly and getting controlled. And I've never had an issue with it. And I remember how it hit her, because I remember the visual of it happening. But I don't remember there ever being an issue. She never brought it up to me backstage. She was very nice. When we got backstage, I remember her being, oh, thank you so much. That was so awesome. I really enjoyed that. That was so good. I never remember her saying anything bad about it until the court case. Then all of a sudden I'm hearing, oh, the guitar messed me up. And I'm like, I don't recall that at all. You know what I mean? Like,
Did she get anything out of it? Did she get any money at all? Was it dismissed?
No, yeah, I think from what I recall, it was just completely dismissed. There were erroneous charges. She was just looking to get money. The one thing that amazed me, and it kind of really disappointed me, was when they brought Nicole Bass in. Nicole Bass was super nice, super cool. I'm a big proponent of integrity. Integrity to me it's the number one issue. And she was always really cool. She seemed like she wanted to learn. And the truth was, I believe she wanted to learn. We were out in the ring during the daytime and we're going over stuff over and over. She seemed like she was very interested in learning how to get it done. But the reality was, the extent of her athleticism was lifting iron and dieting. That was what she was good at. She had two left feet in the ring. She just couldn't get it. And it's just one of those things. Some people just don't get it. And as much as I tried to work with her, to see her go from every moment knowing her, super nice person, the way she comes across wanting to learn it, but then in court she's sitting. I'm on the stand and she's sitting right across from me, and never once did she look me in the eye. It was like, and to me, okay, I know where this woman's integrity is. It's in the can, and deep in that garbage can. And she's trying to say that they fired her for saying that she couldn't get it, and that they fired her when she was getting it. And she was making some excuses to why she was fired. She was literally fired because they gave her every opportunity in the world to learn, and it was just one of those things that wasn't working out. And when they asked me on the stand, what were your reports to the office? And I was just being honest. I'm saying, I'm working, trying everything I can. She's just got 2 left feet. That's just the way it is. And, you know, a few other guys that were working with her were too, the same thing. You know, the office was hearing our frustrations of trying to teach her things. And they ended up getting rid of her. And it was just, it is what it is at that point. But she never once looked me in the eye when she was so nice to me prior to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when I realized, okay, there's an integrity issue here. She's trying to sue a company for money by lying in court. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I bet that China was probably none too happy having a woman with even more muscle being on TV as well, because that was her thing.
That was her thing, yeah. And I don't know how China took it. As far as I saw, she took it like a champ. She never brought it up. But that was when I was around China. I never heard her talk anything bad about having Nicole Bass there. But it did enter my mind a few times, like I wonder what China really thinks about Nicole Bass being there. Especially because China, even though she wasn't the best wrestler in the world by any stretch, she could at least pick up the basics and do the basics fairly well. And to see Nicole Bass have even more opportunities than China did, because they gave her, in a very short span of time, a lot of opportunities to learn very basic things, and she couldn't even get the very basic things down. And to see that happen and then be in court with her, and just it was unbelievable. It was so surreal to sit in court, have her not even look me in the eye. And then when you bring up China, I wonder what China really thought about that. You know, that China's watching the office give this woman with more muscle a lot of opportunity in a real short period of time. Was she worried about maybe her spot? Like, what happens if Nicole Bass does get it? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's something I never thought about. Maybe what China thought about the prospect of Nicole Bass possibly getting it in her mind and in her actions, and actually maybe taking her spot.